Hello guys, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars ranked video. This time we're doing 2010, the start of the last decade that we were in. This was a good start to the decade. I don't think that 2009 wasn't as good at this one. I should say I think this one isn't as good as 2009. But this was a pretty good year in LEGO Star Wars. It had 19 sets once again. And no polybags or promotions as usual. But let's get this one started with the worst set of 2010. I'd also like to add that because this wasn't as good of a year as 2009, I couldn't put a specific set in the worst category. That might sound weird, but the reason I think that is because the really good sets from this year aren't as good as the really good sets from 2009. But I do think that this was a good year, but it's going to be really tough to rank these. So just know that before you start watching the video. So at number 19, I'm going to go with the Republic Swamp Speeder. Now, this is by no means a bad set. I think it has a decent design. I think that the minifigures, for the most part, are good. It's a pretty nice army builder. I mean, you get 3 battle droids. One's a super battle droid, then you get a clone trooper minus Barriss Offee. So it's a pretty good set from that point. The reason I put it so low in last is because this was really when we started to see LEGO kind of start going to those overpriced sets. Because this was $30 for 176 pieces. Just saying that does not sound good. And for the minifigures you get, it's a fine price, but it's just such a small set, and I just think that it's not a great set just because it's overpriced. And usually you don't say that, but this is an overpriced set. So let's get to number 18. In at number 18, we're going to go with the Freako Speeder. This was actually my second ever LEGO Star Wars set, which is pretty cool. But, $25, 177 pieces. It's not an amazing price. I mean, it's not an amazing set. That's why it's down here. I don't think anything is really bad about this. I mean, you get 2 really good minifigures. But there's just nothing amazing about it. So I kind of have to put it here. And this is a really hard list to make. But yeah, that's why it's at 18. In at number 17, we're going to go with the Luke's Land Speeder. I own this one. It's not a bad set at all. I like this one for the time. It was a really good design, very accurate for the most part. And you get the classic assortment of minifigures. Although that Luke Skywalker hairpiece, horrible. Anyway, though, this is a very good set for the minifigure standpoint. And that's why I think it's okay that they put it at $25, but that's like borderline bad overpriced. It's a decent size, but for 2010, this is a pretty good set. Nothing amazing about it, just good minifigure selection, and that's pretty much it. Let's get to number 16. In at number 16, we're going to go with the TIE Defender. Now, this is a very cool set. It looks awesome. But I will say its size is for $50. But you only get a Stormtrooper and a TIE pilot. Like, for $50, you should be getting more. This is another example of LEGO starting to go up that path of taking advantage of the consumer. And that's kind of a serious accusation. But I will say that, and it's a mediocre set in that way. A lot of these sets are good sets, but just overpriced down in this area of like 19 through 14-ish. But it's a cool set. I just would say it's a little overpriced. Cracking the top 15, we're going to go with Plo Koon Starfighter. This is kind of an interesting one. Obviously, design looks a little dated. But overall, I think it's a pretty good set for $25. The size, that's what really matters to me. And in some of the previous ones, the size didn't really match up to the price in this one. It does for $25. And that Plo Koon minifigure is cool. And I just like the color scheme overall, and that's why it cracks the top 15. In at number 14, I've got Droid Tri-Fighter. This was a good set. I mean, good army builder. You get those like rocket battle droids. Very cool. Very good design. Very good price at $25. This isn't you. This is a remake, so that's why it's kind of lower on the list. Just nothing really special. But it is a very good set. For this area. In at number 13, I'm going to go with Cad Bane Speeder. This is a pretty good design and very good minifigure selection. This was one of the only times we got the Senate Commando Troopers before the Battle Pack. Really good playability on this set. I will say that. Design. Little overpriced. In fact, it's overpriced. I mean, for 318 pieces, this is not a good price for $50. I'm sorry, it's just not good. That's what holds this one back out of the top 10. But let's get to 12. In at number 12, we've got the Rebel Trooper Battle Pack. This is a good one. Not the best, but I really like that speeder design. It allows the trooper to be put on there with its backpack on, which is really cool. I really like the design of the 3 Rebel Troopers. You get, I believe that's Wedge Antilles. No, that is Zev Seneska. Yeah, that's a good one. But I really like the design of those troopers, and it's a fairly good battle pack at number 12. In at number 11, I'm going to go with the Snow Trooper Battle Pack. This is a good one. Again, not great because it includes that named character, General Veer. This was my first LEGO Star Wars set, so I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I really like that Snow Trooper design with the all-in-one Battle Pack helmet. I like this Battle Pack, not the best, but nostalgia really brings this up. Let's get to the top 10. Cracking the top 10, we're going to go with the General Grievous Starfighter. Now, this is one that you either like the design or you don't. I really like the design in terms of like features. So I guess that's playability. But it's very studded and like it doesn't really know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to tile stuff off or wants to put studs all over. So that's kind of confusing. Minifigures, on the other hand, pretty good. And for $50, you really can't beat it. It has that nice little side build. This was from an episode of the Clone Wars, so you get General Grievous in the tan color, which is the accurate color, and then you get Nadar Veb, and then the caretaker droid from that episode. It's a pretty cool set, just nothing spectacular, but it definitely deserves to be in the top 10. At number 9, we're going to go with the Hoth Wampa Cave. This is a pretty good one. You got nice playability. You get 3 minifigures. You get Zev Seneska, and then you get 2 minifigures, but with the big Fig Wampa, it's pretty good at $40 for 297 pieces. And unlike the UCS one, you can fit the Wampa through the front door of that cave. So that's pretty cool. I really like the Snowspeeder design. This is overall a really fun set, and that's why it's at number 9. At number 8, I'm going to go with the ARC 170. This has some pretty good minifigures. I like that Astromech. It's kind of transparent with it, which is cool. I do think that Kit Fisto is a little outdated, and I like those clone pilots as well. This is a good design. Might look a little dated, but I mean, overall, it's got some nice features. It's very accurate. For $60, I think that even though it sounds like 396 pieces, $60, overpriced, blah blah blah, I think that it's a good price because of the size. Size is really what it comes down to, and there's some big pieces as well, so that's why it's at number 8, and I don't think it's overpriced. At number 7, I'm gonna go with the MIDI Scale Star Destroyer. This is a really cool one. For $40, it's an awesome price at 423 pieces. The only reason I put it a little lower is just because I think it's a little less exciting than that Millennium Falcon from 2009. I do think it's a very cool set, and I wish that LEGO would do more of these. But this is a very good set at number 7. At number 6, I'm going to go with Emperor Palpatine Shuttle. This was an Episode 3 set, and it's a really good design. I really like the look of this. This is a good display set. The minifigures you get are pretty good. They probably could have included one more because you get a 2-1B medical droid, which, eh. But the Darth Vader and the Emperor Palpatine minifigures are really good. Clone Pilot as well. I just think you could have gotten one more. That's what holds this out of the top 5. But $60 for 592 pieces, good deal. Good minifigures, good set at number 6. Cracking the top 5, I'm gonna go with the AT-AT. This is a really good one. About $100. You get a ton of minifigures. You get an AT-AT driver. You get a C-3PO, General Veers, Han Solo, a couple Hoth Rebel troopers, and my dad, Luke Skywalker, and a couple snowtroopers. So it's a very good minifigure wise set. It's very good design for the time. It's a little outdated now, but a very good set for the time, and that's why it cracks the top 5. Very good play set overall. At number 4, we're gonna go with the Slave One. This summer 2010 wave keeps on bringing them, and exception. That was a great wave, and this kind of revolutionized that Slave One design. It's a very good one. I really like that windshield piece. I think they could have included one more minifigure because $80 for this is borderline at best. Like, it's a little overpriced, but I wouldn't put it in that label of overpriced. But very good minifigures. It was the first time we got a good Han Solo and Carbonite, and this was a very good set at number 4. Cracking the top 3, I'm going to go with the UCS Obi-Wan Starfighter. Did anyone ask for this? No. But it's a nice set, and it's a prequel UCS set, which we never get. And this is an awesome design. This is such a sleek model. For $100, I think it's worth it. The size it's pretty long, so it's pretty nice. Very good set. There's nothing much you can say other than this is an awesome, sleek set, and the design is awesome. Great UCS set for 2010. In at number 2, I'm going to go with the Clone Turbo Tank. That summer 2010 wave, man, is so good. You get Cad Bane, which was, I believe, exclusive at the time. Wait, no, it wasn't. Never mind. But you get Ahsoka, just a ton of good minifigures. And it just had such a good design, such a big design. $120, perfect deal. Just misses out on that number 1 spot, and this is a very good set. I will admit that. At number 1, it's set number 102 and 2, the UCS Imperial Shuttle. This is a behemoth. The minifigures are good, obviously, for a UCS set, but this is an awesome set. You can display it by itself. You can display it on the stand. You can display it with its wings open or closed. You got so many ways to display it. It looks amazing. It's probably one of the sleekest UCS sets. I'd put this in the top 3 of greatest UCS sets of all time. This just shows how great 2010 was. I know I said before that it wasn't that great, but it really is. I made a poor statement there. But yeah, it's an awesome set. You can't beat it. For $260, it's good, but like, why 260? Why not just 250? But that's kind of nitpicky. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this 2010 ranked video. If you want more of these, comment down below if I made a mistake or you think it was good. And see you next time.